Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvadidam Gaganasudrisam Tattvamasyavidarshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachakam Sarvati Sakshibhutam Bhavadidam Trigunaradidam Satgurum Tam Namami. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let's start with a small story. In a school, all the scout boys are supposed to tell their teacher the good deed which they did for that day. Every day they are supposed to do a good deed, come and report to the teacher. One day, 3 friends, all 3 boys, they stood up and they said, "Sir, today we helped an old lady to cross the road." Teacher was not able to understand. To make an old lady cross the road, to help an old lady cross the road, you don't need 3 persons. Why? Why you need 3 persons to make old lady cross the road? It won't take 3 persons. They said, no sir, it took 3 persons because she did not want to. Because she did not want to cross the road. Many times, the help extended without thinking about the situation. When you try to help somebody without they asking you, you create only more and more trouble for them. Almost all our services done out of ego ends only in creating trouble for others. Here, I request all of you, unless you ask, I won't be able to help. By you being here, I assume you are interested or you are asking the help for the ultimate experience of enlightenment. Unless you ask, whatever help done by me will be only a trouble or problem for you. The whole Ashtavakra Gita, this great book, is delivered to Janaka because Janaka asked, if you have come here just to check out, after all what he is saying, let us see. You are welcome, no problem, but please be here completely. Usually, our mind is such. Early morning when you get up and start brushing your teeth, your mind is already in the office. Thinking about office, worrying about office. When you are in the office, already your mind is in the evening program, some cinema, theatre or temple, some evening program. When you are sitting in a theatre or temple, already your mind wants to come back to the house. You are thinking about the house. One thing is sure, if you are here, your mind is not here. Your mind doesn't stay in a place where your body stays. Your mind doesn't rest inside your boundary. We all live almost like a ghost. Body is in one place, mind is in somewhere else. You don't stay inside your boundary. If you really want this 3 days program to be a big help, if you really feel that it should help you, if you really want to have some help from this 3 days program, I request all of you to stay inside your boundary for all this 3 days program. Please be inside your boundary, inside your body. This whole program will do miracles in your being. Today's subject is enlightenment. It is possible. Before entering into the subject, let me introduce the book, the Ashtavakra Gita. Man has created so many spiritual scriptures, but nothing can be compared to Ashtavakra Gita. This book is a pure spiritual science. It's a technology created by Ashtavakra to reproduce the same experience which happened in Ashtavakra. Understand? Scientist is a person who creates a formula to reproduce things of the outer world. Anything happens in the outer world. Newton saw something in the outer world. He started contemplating on that experience. For example, apple dropping, apple falling from the tree. And he started contemplating on the experience. And he created a formula, he created a theory through which people will be able to understand about gravity. Scientist is a person who creates formula or theories to make outwardly things clear for people to understand outwardly things. Scientist is a person who creates formula to reproduce the understandings of the outer world. Spiritual master is a person who creates a formula to reproduce the experience of the inner world. Ashtavakra is a spiritual scientist. He created a beautiful technology through which he is able to reproduce the same experience which happened in him. All you need is just a little bit of sincerity. Just be inside your boundary. You will see Ashtavakra Sutras work on you. The scripture created by him, the technology created by him can reproduce the same experience which happened in him. All you need to do is be inside your boundary. Be inside your being. The whole story of Ashtavakra is beautiful. Beautiful story. And we don't know much about Ashtavakra, but there are few incidents, very significant incidents. The story starts before his birth. It's supposed to be Puranic story because it's very difficult to believe this as a fact. The story starts when Ashtavakra's mother was carrying him, when he is in the womb. The Ashtavakra's father used to recite Vedic mantras. He used to chant all the mantras. When the father was chanting all the mantras, the son used to hear all the mantras. Suddenly one day the son from inside started questioning the father. What you are chanting is a pure verse. It has no juice. It has no experience. You are just an intellectual pandit. Where is the truth? Father was shocked. I think from Ashtavakra the generation gap problem started. Ashtavakra is the first person who started the generation gap problem. Ashtavakra is asking, what happened to the knowledge? What happened to the wisdom? You are just reciting only words. It's a pure words. It has no juice. It has no wisdom. What happened? Of course, father, as usual, was deeply hurt. And Pandit's egos are always very strong. because their whole personality is built on words. So actually, you can easily hurt a person who lives just with mere words. Pandit can be easily hurt than anybody else, because his whole mind, his whole life, whole thing is centered on words. He can be easily cheated. You can easily cheat a Pandit. Just give him 2-3 compliments. Just verbally tell him you are a great person, over. You can easily hurt him by telling few words. His whole life is centered on words. Words and words. So he is deeply hurt. The moment he is deeply hurt, he cursed. He cursed the sun. What? Before taking birth itself, you are questioning me. And after taking birth, what all you will do? Who knows? So he just cursed him. Because of the curse, Ashtavakra took birth with 8 problems or difficulties in his body. And at 8 spots, his body was, he said that he had 8 curves in his body. The story is, I don't know whether the story is fact or it happened or all these things, but the story has got some significance, it has got truth in it. Let us understand the truth behind the story. Usually, the great masters who take birth on the planet Earth, they take conscious birth. Consciously they enter into the mother's womb and they enter into the body and start radiating their enlightenment. This story also says, the meaning of the story is Ashtavakra was conscious even before birth. That is the truth, that is the meaning of the story. We do not know, we can't prove whether really he spoke or whether really he was cursed and all those things. But the truth which our masters are trying to explain through this story is Ashtavakra was conscious of his being, he was conscious about his birth. Next, the next story, that's another beautiful story. He goes to Janakaraja's palace. Janaka was a great king. Goes to the palace of Janaka. The moment Ashtavakra entered Janaka's palace, the whole palace started laughing because Ashtavakra was so ugly. He had 8 curves in his body. People started laughing. All his ministers, all his people, including Janaka, everybody started laughing. And the Ashtavakra spontaneity, he was not hurt. If you are hurt, you are defeated. At any point, if you are hurt, you are defeated. If you become angry, you are defeated. He is not hurt. He was not disturbed. He was not hurt. He was not disturbed. He was just completely relaxed. He says, "Oh Janaka, I thought you were a great rishi. I thought you were a great enlightened person. You are a great yogi. But neither you are a yogi, nor you have any yogis around you. You have only cobblers in your court. You have only shoemakers in your court." Ashtavakra boldly says, "You have only shoemakers in your court." You need to understand this statement. It's a beautiful statement. Straight away, boldly, a 12-year-old boy, 12-year-old handicapped boy, is straight away talking to a king of the country. Good action. Now it creates a homely atmosphere. Otherwise, you feel like a professional office place. One of the mistakes really creates little intimacy. I tell you, if you want to create real intimacy with any of your friend, do 2-3 mistakes. Let them enter into your space. See, you never do mistakes just to protect your ego. Constantly you are protecting yourself. And whenever you have done 2-3 mistakes, immediately you feel your ego is offended. Because you are giving space for other person to enter. Having courage to do 2-3 mistakes completely opens you up. And you open yourself to the others. And you give space for others to enter and advise you. So doing 1 or 2 small mistakes really creates a friendship or bondage. And you are letting him talk to you something. You are letting him advise you. And one more thing, if you let people to advise you, they will really feel intimate with you. That's one of the important techniques. Just allow them to advise. Many times I have seen people come to me for counseling. For any of their problem or counseling. They will come to me. And they come and start talking. Oh Swamiji, please tell us some method how to get enlightenment. Please give us some technique how to realize God. And usually I will never straight away answer all these questions. Really, one person came to me just a few months ago. He started asking, please Swamiji, teach me how to achieve God, how to achieve enlightenment. And I started talking, how are you? You are from where? What you are doing? What business you are doing? How many kids you have? He started answering all these questions. He started the general talk. After that, he was with me 3 hours. He did not even raise the question again. 3 hours he was with me. He did not even bother to ask the main question with which he came. Then understand the importance or really how much that question is inside him. He is asking just because he has to ask something. And throughout the 3 hours, he was actually talking to me. I did not even speak. And the fun is not even this. After going out, he is telling my secretary, Swamiji spoke so many things. So many great things. Swamiji told so many good things. When I came out, the secretary asked me, Swamiji, what did he speak? You were so happy. I said, just I let him speak, that's all. I allowed him to speak, that's all. When you allow somebody to advise you, really they feel good. So little bit of 1 or 2 mistakes are good. It opens up. The atmosphere will not be tense. It will not be professional atmosphere. So 1 or 2, once in a while, all these things are okay. Handicapped 12-year-old boy, Ashtavakra, is entering into the court and the whole court is laughing. If we are in that place, first thing we would have become angry. First, our ego would have been hurt, angry. Next, either you would have shouted or you would have left that place. That's all. But here is a person. Nobody can disrespect a person who lives in spontaneity. Nobody can disrespect if he has got respect for himself. Nobody can give you suffering unless you give silent permission. Unless you allow, unless you give your silent permission, nobody can disrespect you. Nobody can hurt you. Here, Ashtavakra is such an integrated being, such beautiful being. He is not allowing others to hurt him, depress him. Straight away he talks the spontaneity. You are having only shoemakers. And be very clear, if you become angry, you cannot use the right words. He is using a right word. Cobblers, shoemakers. Janaka was shocked. Ashtavakra is explaining, these people are only seeing my skin, not the being. Cobblers see only the skin. not the reality. When a cobbler sees an animal, he will think only about the skin, not the being. When a tailor sees you, he will see only your dress. He will measure your being only based on the dress which you are wearing. A jeweler, if he sees you, he will first see only the jewelry which you are wearing. He will judge you only based on the jewelry which you are wearing. He will weigh you based on the gold which you are wearing. People look at things only from their angle. They have their own ideas. They have their own imaginations. Ashtavakra says, you have only cobblers around you. People who see only skin, not the being. My body is got 8 curves, no doubt, but my being is pure. My being is straight. You can't upset a man who lives in spontaneity. You can't stop him. You can't disrespect him. It's a beautiful Zen story. There was a great Zen master who was giving teachings. He was giving discourse. Again, one Buddhist Pandit, well read, but have not experienced anything. Well read. A Pandit, he came. The moment he entered the hall, he started shouting. Of course, Pandits are professional shouters. He started shouting. What Zen you know? What spirituality you know? What are you talking? The Zen master was too young guy. He was a young guy. What are you talking? What Zen you know? You can make only these fools listen what you say. You can't make me listen. Can you make me listen what you say? Master was very polite. He just said, sir, can you please come here? I am not able to hear. The Pandit comes with all his arrogance. Then Master says, can you please come this side? He comes this side. Then Master turns the face, can you come little near? He came little near. Master says, you seem a very good, nice person. Already 3 times you heard what I said. Now please sit and listen. You seem very good, nice person. Already 3 times you heard what I said. You listened what I said. Now please sit and listen. Person who lives in spontaneity can never be disrespected. You can never catch him. And Ashtavakra is a person who is living in spontaneity, who is completely in the present moment. He can neither be disrespected nor be deluded by the ego. He is not disturbed. He is just clear about his being. And he says clearly, Janaka, you are having only cobblers around you. And Janaka really felt, really understood. Janaka is an intelligent person, a rare politician, an intelligent king, a rare being. Being a king and having intelligence is really something. Janaka is a king and an intelligent being. He understood the meaning of the words uttered by Ashtavakra. Immediately he comes down from the throne, touches the feet of Ashtavakra, and please forgive me. I understand what you said. And not only that, not only he asks Ashtavakra to forgive him, further he puts one more question. Master, O Lord, Bhagavan, he calls Ashtavakra as Bhagavan. O Lord, just from your very words, I understood what you spoke is from your experience. Please understand. If if you want to find out whether somebody is really experienced person, enlightened person, or just an intellectual pandit, see when he was hurt, see when he was disrespected. When he is disrespected, how he behaves, that will clearly show whether he is an experienced person or an intellectual pandit. You can keep your face or pose, you can do everything as long as your ego is not hurt. The moment your ego is hurt, the pus which is inside will come out. If you have ego, simply the pus will come out. You will radiate the anger, violence and vengeance. When somebody is hurt, when he is disrespected, how he behaves, how he responds, see that will give you a clarity whether really he is enlightened or an intellectual pandit. Here, Ashtavakra is completely disrespected. See, if you say a word and laugh about him, even that will not hurt so much. Just by seeing, if you laugh at somebody, the very being is rejected. The very being is rejected. See, you enter somebody's house. If you start talking, if people laugh, then you can understand they are not ready to accept what you speak. Only you are speaking, they are not ready to accept. But the moment you enter, if they start laughing, your very being is not accepted. Sometimes, if you don't open the mouth, people may think you are a fool. If you open it, you may confirm. You will confirm it. So, at the most, they may reject your speaking. But just by entering, if they start laughing, your very being is rejected. Here, the very being of the Ashtavakra is rejected, disrespected by the ministers in the court. But he was not offended. He is not disturbed. He was not disturbed. Of course, when we address the masters, we can't use the word was. We can use only the word is. We can't say the word was for them. We can't say he was. We can only say he is. Of course, when you mention the incidents of the past, you will not use the word was. But when you mention about the masters, they are available. We can't say. We can't use the word of past tense. He was not hurt, and he is so clear about his being, and he is clearly expressing the reality. Janaka says, just by your very words, your few words, I can understand you are an enlightened being. It is from your very being. Please teach me. Please give me the wisdom which you are having. Janaka is requesting, because Janaka asked whatever Ashtavakra taught has become big help. It has helped Janaka Raja to transform his life, to awaken his being, to achieve enlightenment. Here, I request you, unless you ask, this help cannot be given. If I give you without you asking, it will be just like scout boys helping old lady to cross the road. 3 boys have to help one lady because she did not want to cross the road. So be very clear, I do not want to force help on you. By you being here, I assume you are requesting this help. So, I am entering into the Sutra, I am entering into the Ashtavakra Gita assuming you need the help, you need the wisdom, you need the knowledge of Ashtavakra. Janaka Uvacha. Let me give the slokas in English itself, then I will do the explanations. Janaka said, how can knowledge be acquired? How can liberation be attained? How is renunciation possible? Tell me this, O Lord. Beautiful question. Janaka, by his very being, is a seeker. By mistake you might have laughed, that is different. By his very being, he is a seeker. Seeker of truth, seeker of the reality. So he is asking, how can knowledge be acquired? How can liberation be attained? How is renunciation possible? Tell me this, O Lord. The word liberation needs to be, you need to understand the word liberation. Liberation means not disturbed, polluted, touched by the inner or the outer world goals. If you are not touched, polluted, corrupted by the outer world or inner world goals, you are liberated. The moment you understand the purposelessness of the whole existence, you are liberated. Please understand, I am using a big word, purposelessness. Whatever you think as purpose binds your life. Bondage is thinking that there is a purpose in your life. Immediately you start the next question. What do you mean, Swami? You think that there is no purpose in your life? Your life has got meaning, but it has no purpose. Be very clear. Purpose means you are constantly worried about the goal. You are constantly worried about the achievement. You are constantly bothered about what has to be achieved. The goal. Be very clear. Goal is not the result of the life. The life itself is the result of the life. For example, 1 month, if you are earning 20,000 rupees, you measure your 30 days time as 20,000 rupees. Mentally, by and by, you start calculating your 1 month equal to 20,000 rupees. Whenever you go to shop, you measure in your mind, oh, to buy this saree, I have to work 15 days. To buy this jewel, I have to work 2 months. Only based on the money you measure your month. Be very clear. If somebody says, they will give you 100 years salary in lump sum and ask you to die, will you accept? No. But your mind is conditioned so much. You measure your whole life based on the money which you make every month. The value of your life is calculated by your mind based on the money which you make. You need to understand an important thing. Your life is not equal to money or wealth which you are creating. Money or wealth is beautiful as long as you use it. When you start measuring your whole life, when you start calculating your whole life just based on the money, when your whole life is minded, when your whole life is centered only on money, be very clear, you are seriously missing something in the life. Something seriously wrong with your thinking system. Money is beautiful as long as you use it. But when you start measuring your life based on the money which you make, you are very you are living in a miserable condition. If you measure your whole life just based on the money you are making, you will be happy only on the first and second, when you receive your paycheck, when you receive your salary. For next 28 days, you will be doing tapasya just for the 2 days. You will be selling your 28 days just to be happy in 1 day. Please do not sell your life. Do not sell your life for some goal. 2 things. If you sell your life for some goal, you may not achieve at all and feel frustrated. That may happen, first thing. Second thing, you may achieve the goal and feel depressed. Be very clear, there is an important word which we need to understand: depression of success. Depression of success. Depression which happens after failure is not real depression, because always somebody can give you hope. There are so many hundreds of the self-help books. How to books. If you want to become mad, read how to books. Straight way to hell. Direct way to hell is how to books, the self-help books. They are actually, if you are normally living with your problems, you may have 10 worries. And if you read these self-help books, and they constantly teach you, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Now you have one more worry, how to stop your worry. All self-help books leads only to hell. Direct way to hell. They will create one more worry for you. Let me tell you a small incident. It's not an incident, it's a truth. How to stop worrying, start living. That's a great book written by Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie is an author, and he wrote 2 books: How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Another book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Bestsellers, international bestsellers. One more information you should know: next to Bible, his books are printed. Next to Bible, understand? Means practically second Christ. Next to Bible, his books are printed and sold all over the world. In the first book, he says how to stop worrying and start living. How to stop the suicidal thoughts. The next book, he says how to have a good relationship with your wife. These are the 2 main ideas. Any of you read his books? Any of you have read his biography? Anybody who read his biography? He committed suicide because he was not able to live with his wife happily. Really, I tell you, it's truth. Please understand, I am not making any joke or anything. It's a truth. He was not able to. He committed suicide just because he was not able to live with his wife happily. And I tell you the secret, how to books. There is an important secret. Whatever you can't practice, just write and publish it. It will become bestseller. Simple 3 steps to become a philosopher. First thing, whatever you can't practice, write it and publish. Second thing, it should not be told in a simple language. Third thing, complicate things as much as possible. That's all. If you can complicate a simple thing as much as possible, you will become a great philosopher. And one more small tips. Try to criticize all other systems as much as possible. These are all few simple tips to become how to become a best philosopher. And how to write these how-to books. The self-help books will neither give you peace nor guide you. Here, when you start working with these books, if you have 10 worries, now you have 11th worry of how to stop worrying. how to start living. Liberation. The concept of liberation means understanding the pure purposelessness of life. Even if you face the depression out of failure, it is okay. You always have some hope. Somebody can inspire you to run again. But if you face the depression after success, nothing can be done. And if you are an intelligent man, around the age of 40 to 45, you have to face the depression of success. This is the scale to find out whether you are intelligent or not. If you are 40 to 45 and still you have not faced the depression of success, be very clear, something seriously wrong with you. Something seriously wrong with you. Something is missing in your life. Around the 40 to 45, you have to face the depression of success. Because around that age, you will achieve whatever you want to achieve, but suddenly you will realize, I achieved whatever I want to, but I have not achieved what far I want to. Achieving what I want is different. Achieving what far I wanted is different. You always wanted the house, car, relationships, bank balance, for the sake of happy life. By the time you achieve all these things, you are conditioned to suffer. In the young age, when you are happy, blissful by nature, when you are bubbling, overflowing with energy, you postpone your joy. You always tell your mind, no. After the college, I think I'll rest and I'll be happy. And after the college, you think, I think once I get my job, I will settle and happy and peaceful. Once you get the job, I think after the marriage, I will be happy and blissful. After the marriage, you know. And now, you know. And after that, again you think, I think once kids are there, we will be happy. After the kids, I think if they all grow up and start, they finish their education, I think I will be happy. By the time they are settled in their life, you are conditioned to suffer. The stress or suffering or worrying becomes part of your being, part of your very being. You are completely conditioned to suffer. After that, if the worry or stress is taken away from you, you feel lonely. You are missing something. You feel you are not as you are. That is the reason old people cannot sit with themselves. Either they will catch somebody and start talking. In 1962, when I was in the army, they will start telling the stories. See, it is not accidental. Around the world, all grandparents tell stories to their grandkids. Not only in Indian culture. Around the world, in all cultures, is a tradition. Because not for the kids, for the sake of grandparents, this tradition is started. Tradition is started not for the kids, for the sake of grandparents, because they feel lonely. And you can see in your life, elderly people, they would have been married, their kids would have been married, even sometimes grandkids would have been married, but they will be sitting and reading the matrimonial column in Hindu with a big glass, because they will not be able to sit with themselves. They can't relax with themselves. Relaxing within yourself is what I call liberation. Person who can sit with himself without anything from the outer world is liberated. Please understand, Jivan Mukta means don't think big terms. If you have big ideology about Jivan Mukta, you will never think it is possible. Today's subject is enlightenment. It is possible. You will never understand it is possible. Understand, this is very simple and actual definition. Jivan Mukta means a person who can sit with himself, who doesn't need anything from the outer world to entertain him, excite him, or make him feel peaceful or happy. He can sit with himself. Liberation means understanding the purposelessness of the life. Understanding clearly, life cannot be measured by the money which we make. It is something more than the money which we make. Your life is not just 25,000 rupees per month. If you think that 25,000 is your life, you will be in hell for 28 days. You will be in heaven only for 2 days. You will be selling your 28 days for 2 days. A person who keeps the money as his goal, or the person who keeps something as his goal, he will be happy, blissful only when he achieves it for a few moments. Or he will be thinking he is happy. Person who understands whatever goals you achieve, nothing has got purpose. It has no purpose. When you understand the purposelessness, the life itself has no separate purpose, you will start living moment to moment. Every moment you will start respecting. You will start respecting the life every moment. You will start living in the present. When you drop the goal from your mind, your very work will become beautiful. Your very work will become joyful. You are not running for something. The very running is beautiful. The very running is beautiful. If you are running thinking of a goal, you will never see a beautiful garden which is around you. If you are just running just for pleasure, you will enjoy the garden and you will reach the goal, both. Infuse little bit of peace and bliss in your life. You will understand the purposelessness of life. If you think life has got purpose, you will never understand the meaning of life. The moment you understand life has no purpose, that moment you are liberated. You will understand the meaning of life. Meaning of life is living in this moment. That is what Krishna says, Karmanye vadidaraste mabaleshu kadachana. You have right only to do your duty. You have no right for results. Means, do not live a goal-oriented life. Do not think life has a purpose. Understand? Our whole life is just a small wave in the ocean of the cosmic energy. In this big cosmic energy, this cosmos, in this Brahmanda, you are just a small wave. You are a small wave. Suddenly the wave starts thinking, oh, I should protect myself. And he starts asking the neighbor waves, please, you be my wife, you be my husband, you be my son, let's all protect ourselves, let's all live together, and let's all live the happy life. And then the wave collects a few sands from the beach and says, this is my treasure. And the wave starts thinking, this is the purpose of life. And it is thinking, now it is protected. And it lost two, three sand pieces and 2-3 bubbles with another wave and to another wave it says, you see, I am lending all this money to you. You have to give back when I am asking. And the wave is thinking, he is completely secure, protected. He doesn't understand. Next moment he is going to disappear into the same ocean. Same way, we are all waves. Few minutes drama. Next moment we are going to disappear into the same ocean. Just like our wave is thinking, he is separate from ocean and wants to protect himself and start collecting few bubbles from the from the beach and thinks he is rich or he is protected or he is secure, he has got life insurance. Life insurance is another big one. You cannot use that word life insurance at all. It is a death insurance. See, after you die, your family or friends or relatives get that money who are waiting for it. So you cannot call that as a life insurance. It can be only called as death insurance. So be very clear. Just how the wave is thinking, he is secured by collecting few bubbles. Same way, you are thinking you are safe by having few diamonds in your locker. That bubble and your diamond both are one and the same. Because few idiots want to possess this diamond, it has got market value, that's all. Few fools wanted to possess that stone, it has got market value, that's all. Otherwise, in reality, that and this is one and the same. Whether that stone or this stone are one and the same. Because few fools are competing to possess that same stone, it has got market value. Be very clear, no stone can protect us. How the wave is thinking, by collecting few pebbles, it is protected, its life is insured, it is secure. Same way we start thinking, having few things. Life is pure purposelessness. Even though it's little difficult to understand this truth because of our social conditioning, the moment you understand, you are liberated. And be very clear, person who understands the life is purposeless, he will start working 10 times more intensely than you. He will be working 10 times more intensely. Do not think you will become lazy. Always people ask me, Swamiji, you say life is purposeless. If we start thinking all these things, we don't want to work, what to do now? Be very clear. Because you created too much of negative thoughts about your work. Because you are conditioned, work is punishment. Work is hell. Working is wrong. Working creates stress. Because you are again and again taught all these ideas. Because again and again you are conditioned with these ideas. The moment you understand life is purposeless, you want to escape from that work. It is just because of your conditioning, not because of understanding. Now, if you really understand life is purposeless, the stress to achieve success, the pressure to achieve success, the peer pressure will be removed from you. The moment peer pressure is removed from your being, you are liberated. And I tell you, liberated person will be creative. Liberated person will be energetic. Liberated person, by his own understanding, will start working. Understanding the life is purposelessness will not lead you to laziness. If it is leading you to laziness, be very clear, you are having negative attitude towards your working. You had already built up the negative attitude towards your working. That's the reason you try to escape the moment you get this understanding. But sincerely, if you understand this beauty of purposelessness, if you understand life is purposeless, you will be continuously working without stress, without the pressure of goal, without constantly thinking about the goal. As on now, you are split personality. Half of your being is thinking about the goal, half of your being is thinking about the path. The moment you understand goal is useless, you are integrated and you live in the path. The very path, the very life becomes liberation. Working out of liberation is what I call working as an enlightened being, enlightened CEOs. If you are working out of liberated consciousness, you live in leader consciousness. You achieve the state of the leader. Two things. Status of the leader is different, state of the leader is different. Status of the leader is related to society. Status of the leader is related to your society, position, your grandparents, your position, all these things. State of the leader is related to your understanding about the life. If you have this deep understanding, you will achieve the state of the leader consciousness. Man is liberated, will live in the leader consciousness. Here, Janaka asks how to achieve liberation. How the renunciation possible? Tell me this, O Lord. Renunciation, another one beautiful word. Always people come and ask me, Swamiji, should we renounce everything to achieve enlightenment? Should we renounce everything to realize divine? I tell them, just renounce what you don't have, that's enough. You don't have to renounce what you have. Just renounce what you don't have. Fears, anxieties, unnecessary worry, and unnecessary fantasies, too much of imaginations. All these things are not there in your real life, but you are living with all these things mentally. Mentally you are living with all these things. 99% of your worries never come true. Whatever 1% comes true is always good for you. Your unnecessary worries, give our prayers and requests to Ashtavakra, the great enlightened master, to help us to understand the technology created by him, the formula created by him to achieve the same state of Ashtavakra, the same state of enlightenment. Please close your eyes and pray to the ultimate energy who gave this science through Ashtavakra to all of us. Pray to him intensely. Let him make us understand this science. Let this become our experience. Let this become part of our being. Let us digest the teachings and the technology of Ashtavakra.